Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be trying on one of the eye quads that was recently released. That was for the SUQQU Winter Collection for 2023. I picked mine up from Selfridges. They may be still available there. There was quite a bit released with this collection, but I just picked up the one eye quad. I think by the time of putting up this video, they'll also be released at Harrods and possibly, I think, Liberty London as well. But I will have that listed down below. So as I was saying, there was quite a bit released with the SUQQU Winter Collection. So there was the eye quad that I'm going to try on today, and that is number 129. When I saw this, I knew I was going to get it. It is beautiful browns with pink in there, my type of colours, and it is absolutely gorgeous. There's also another quad, and that's number 130, and I'll pop up pictures here so you can take a look at them. There's also two of the Tone Touch eyes. There is number 114 and number 115, and there's also two pure color blushes released as well. Now I really love the SUQQU blushes, but I decided to skip them this time. I couldn't decide between the two. I didn't really want to buy two, so in the end I just purchased the one eye quad, but I do think both blushes look really lovely. There's also two treatment wrapping lips, and I haven't tried these before, but I have heard that they are really beautiful. So there's number 105 and number 106. Now everything that I'm mentioning, as well as the eye quad that I'm going to try on today, these are all limited edition. There's also two vibrant rich lipsticks as well. I really like this lipstick formula from SUQQU. I think it is really moisturizing and very comfortable on the lips. So there is the 118, which is like a bright sort of fuchsia color, and another one that is more of a brown. So if I had picked up one of these lipsticks, it would have been number 118. So again, a really beautiful collection from SUQQU. Now, as I was saying, this is the winter collection. Before this was released, and as it was released, there were a couple of different things I saw where this was a winter holiday, or this was before the anniversary one, but this is definitely the winter collection from SUQQU. And then at the beginning of November, they are going to be releasing their holiday collection as well, and that looks absolutely stunning. Now, I did forget to mention that alongside with these items that are released on Selfridges, they did have these in little sets. So there was a lipstick, a blush, and one of the eye quads, and they were sort of mixed and matched. So if they're still available at Selfridges, I will list those as well. So let's take a look at the quad number 129. This is really beautiful with the typical SUQQU packaging. It's just the black with the shiny finish and the gold around there. Hasn't got any sparkles in it. I imagine that may be for the holiday collection. I love their packaging. I think it's very chic, very minimal. It's really gorgeous. So here is the color story of 129. Now I also took photos of this in natural light as well, so I will pop that up here so you can take a look. But I'll just hold this a little bit closer, turn down the lights so you can take a look at this gorgeous quad. So I've swatched this from left to right and top to bottom. So the first is more of a cooler shade, and that is a topper. Then we have a shimmer. It is a beautiful pink with a little bit of brown on there. And then you've got a darker brown, but you've also got that pink in there as well. These two shades are just gorgeous. And finally is a brown, and this one is a matte. So I've already got all my base makeup on, primer, foundation, bronzer. I've done my eyebrows, got eyeshadow primer on as well. I always wear eyeshadow primer because I have oily skin, I have oily lids, and if I don't have a primer on, then my shadows they don't last as long as they normally would. So it's really important that I wear an eyeshadow primer. I've also got concealer under my eyes and also powdered under my eyes as well. So let's put this really beautiful quad on. It is gorgeous. Now I have tried it. I tried it the day before yesterday and I loved it. Even though it has got the two shimmers and a topper, so it does make it bit more sparkly than your average SUQQU quad that's been released before. With the matte, it is just beautiful. It's very flattering on mature lids. It's really gorgeous. After I've done this video, my son is home for about a week and a half. So after this, we are off to Cambridge. That's the place that I showed in a vlog probably a couple of weeks ago. So we're just going to go there and just have a little look round. I don't think I'll be doing any vlogging. I may take my other camera with me, or I've always got my cell phone with me. I'll just see how it goes, but really we're just going to have a little look around and probably have some brunch. So I'm going to take a Sonia G brush, and I'm going to start off with this shade here. I'm trying to remember what I actually did the other day, and I think this is what I did. And as I said, this is a shimmer. There isn't any fallout, but it has a beautiful sparkle. And when I was putting this on the other day, and once I put it on, I thought this would be really beautiful by itself. This really is a quad where you can use all the 4 shades, which I will use today, or definitely just 1 or 2, or even one by themselves, like this shade here. It is really gorgeous. So I'll just pop some on the other lid. These go on beautifully, and there isn't any fallout, just a really beautiful formula, and blends out beautifully, applies really easily. I think this just by itself is gorgeous, and you could use this if you want to, just to add some definition to the upper lash line. Just line up here a little bit on the lower, some mascara, and you would be good to go. Really beautiful. Just going to add a little bit more. I'm just using the same shade. This is quite a fluffy brush, so I just want to add a little bit more pigment, and I'll just add just a little bit more to the other side as well. I'm going to go in with Sonia G. This is the detail brush, and go into this matte shade and pack some into the outer corner, through the crease, and just a little bit above as well. Now I may use another brush also just to blend this out as well, but first of all I just want to get that pigment in the outer corner, and then I'm just going to blend that out just a little bit more, just to make it all seamless and to soften it out. Even these 2 colours together, just by themselves, I think is really beautiful. Then I'm going to take the soft definer. I'm going to stay with this matte shade. Don't want to pick up too much. Actually, I might just, it's fairly pigmented. And I'm going to run some of this under my lower lash line. I can always add a little bit more. Then we'll take the Sonia G builder and go into this shade here. Another shimmer, and I'm just going to pack that through here. It just lightens it up. Really beautiful. Then I'm going to take the rephr number 3 and stay with the shade here, and I'm going to put some of that just through here. So there is a sparkle, but I think it is really pretty. The shades of this are just gorgeous. I'm going to stay with the rephr 3, and I'm going to go back into this matte shade, and I'm going to add just a little bit more through here. So that's just with these 3 shades here, and I think that is beautiful. Now there is this topper shade here, and I am going to pop it on just over here using my finger just to show you what it's like. But these 3 by themselves are really beautiful as well. You could also just use this solely in the inner corner if you wanted to, if you wanted even a little bit more sparkle. But I'm just going to just slightly tap in using my finger. and just take it through here and add just the smallest amount through here. And that is very beautiful as well. I don't think I did this the other day. I think I just put it in the inner corner, but it is very beautiful. It just, and that's what often happens with topper shades. That's why I love them so much. It really elevates an eye look, and I think that this looks really pretty. Right, so off camera, I'm just going to put on some eyeliner and mascara, then I'll be back and we'll put on some blush. So this is the finished eye look. And I think it is really pretty, really pretty. Now that topper, there is a little bit of fallout. There's a little bit through here, but it's very subtle. It's not chunky or anything like that, so you just get these little twinkles through here. And of course, if you put on foundation after you've done your eyes, well, then you're not going to have any issues at all. But I just put on my foundation first, but I don't think it is an issue, and I'm not going to try and wipe them away because I think it looks really pretty. And as I said, I'm going out after this, and I think this looks absolutely fine. I think this is gorgeous. This is still everyday makeup for me, even though there are the two shimmers and the sparkly topper, because there's just something about it. Even though you've got that little sparkle, that twinkle through there, it's all very subtle, and I think it's very flattering on my mature eyelids. It is really gorgeous. So for blush today, I pulled out two of the Chanel ones that I've got. These are the number 1D Chanels, and I've got Healthy Pink and I've got Rosewood. The Healthy Pink would still be okay because it does have that little bit of brown in it, or Rosewood. I think I might go with the Healthy Pink. The Rosewood is lovely. See, I've used quite a lot of it. It's really beautiful. So I'm just going to dot a little bit on and just blend it out. When I put this blush on, I either blend it out just using my fingers, or I use that new, well, fairly new Sonia G brush. This is the sheer buffer, and this is really good as well. I think today I'll just pop it on using my fingers. I love this shade blush. I think it is absolutely gorgeous, really pretty. So I'm just going to blend out the other side. I think I need just a tiny bit more. And I think I might also put just a little bit of highlight on as well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a shade from this SUQQU Quad. I didn't do that the other day. Now I could use this one, because then that would really give you that highlight. But I think I might just stay with, I think I might use this shade, so it's a little bit lighter, but then you'll get that really beautiful sparkle through there as well. So I'm just going to use a Sonia G brush. As I said, I didn't do this the other day, so I'm going to go fairly lightly and just add just a little bit of that sparkle through there. And I think that looks really pretty. I do think the lighter shade would look lovely as well, but I just want just that hint of a sparkle through there and not really that lightness. And for lipstick, I'm going to use a Victoria Beckham one and also Victoria Beckham Beauty Gloss as well. I've spoken about these lipsticks before. I think they are just beautiful. I love how slim they are. They're very chic looking, and I also really love the formula. So here is the finished look, and altogether I think this is really gorgeous. This is a beautiful quad. Now I knew the formula was going to be gorgeous because it always is from SUQQU, but this color story, the browns with these pinks in here, this is more of sort of a bronzy, but it's still got that pink in there. Absolutely gorgeous. And I love this lighter shade too. I think over the top It's really lifted it all, and I think it is beautiful. So yes, it's got the 2 shimmers and you've got the topper as well. So there is that sparkle, but I think it is really beautiful. I think it is subtle, and I think it's very chic. There's nothing garish about it. It's just really pretty quad, and I am so pleased that I picked this up. I think it's gorgeous. Now there are other beautiful products in this collection, especially those 2 pure color blushes, but as I was saying, I couldn't decide between the 2. I thought both were really lovely, and if I was going to pick up one, it was only just going to be one, and I couldn't decide between them. So as I was saying, I picked this one up from Selfridges, but I do think they will be available at Harrods and Liberty London as well by the time that I put up this video. Thrilled that I picked it up. I think it is beautiful. It gives a little bit of sparkle for that holiday look, but as I was saying, it's not garish or in your face. It's just very subtle and super pretty. So that's it for today's video. I would love it if you gave it a like and subscribed, and I will see you next time. Bye.